This podcast features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Previously on Acquisitions Incorporated. Still trapped in Ravnica, our party finds itself missing an Omin Dran, who misjudged a jump from a worm's cloaca and got scooped by a menacing subterranean airship.
Do I recognize the symbol on the airship that is eating him up?
That's the Golgari swarm. They have the worms and worse things.
Worse than the worms.
Well, I'm focused on the fact that my cheese man is now gone.
You're Connect.
If he's gone, no cheese for me.
Your cheese daddy.
Yes. I see that he got enveloped, and I just jumped off. Cheese daddy!
How far can you jump, Bobby?
How far can I jump?
I would say an infinite amount so long as it's down.
Yeah, exactly.
And on the Golgari airship, terrifying mantids of infinite number.
The mistress will want this one.
And there is a slurping noise as you are basically sucked down an esophagus right underneath you. You are disgorged on a metal floor of this vast chamber. In front of you is an ogre-sized Medusa. On either side of her, there is a brazier burning filled with green flame. Up above, there is a balcony filled with partygoers, with cocktails. There is a band playing. The band is led by a Loxodon playing a keyboard.
Dude, this is some Jabba the Hutt type shit.
It is.
And wrapped up at the base of her gown, a collar around his neck, clad in a mankini. It's Viari. On this vessel, I am the queen. Is that not right? She looks up at the balcony and everyone says, yes, yes. Aren't you Violet?
I say this, where I'm from, this is very cool.
You will be glad to know that I saved Peaches here from a collapsing Rakdos circus.
Somebody saved me.
But then, through the airship window, the sudden mounting of a rescue attempt.
It's about to get worse here. A lot worse. Because the rest of my forces are going to be here momentarily.
Oh, mistress, he is terrible in his anger.
But Erla calls Omin's lame bluff and orders the airship down toward a writhing worm house.
Jim, I need you to be ready to destroy this entire ship.
And I'll be outside of the window with my arrow pulled at her.
I have a way to destroy the entire ship.
I know.
It will be interesting.
Another great reason to stay outside.
But Omin may be in possession of something Erla can use.
He has some kind of juice, mistress.
Approach.
Why'd you tell her about my juice? It's weird.
Astounding.
Wow.
There's more where that came from, lady.
I will gladly trade you Peaches for all of it.
Now, all of it? I have a question about that.
Omin's purple stuff can safely, if brutally, be filtered from his body in one step thanks to Dr. Crumb's easy-to-use device.
Mistress Erla, you called for the juicer.
I say, do you do this all the time?
Do not get in that, man.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
In my campaign for the hand of Evelyn Marthain, I feel like the purple's getting in my way.
Yeah, I feel like there's other ways we could probably get rid of the purple.
This seems fast. So I look over at Dr. Crumb and I say, fuck me up, fam.
Despite his eyes turning jet black, the juicer works as advertised, and everyone's psyched for Omin's wet mess. But as Erla is distracted, Viari makes his move.
You pull a dagger of yours out from her gown. Where would you like to put it?
As the partygoers flee in terror, the party goes to town on Urla. But not before she makes Viari pay for his betrayal.
As your limbs and your skin and every part of you hardens, that you...
This is the game Tumblr begged for.
A supplicating Dr. Crumb agrees to help in exchange for his life. As for Omin's eyes...
It's as I thought! You have telepathic powers now!
Urla's insect guards finally swarm the chamber just as friend Edu arrives with Evac Pegasi, easily one of the best sentences I've ever read aloud. And to ensure the party is not followed...
And I cast Galder's Tower.
What the fuck is that?
I created a 2-story wooden tower with a bedroom. It's got a kitchen.
So it's fully appointed?
Fully appointed.
Finally, returning to Vi's laboratory in Ravnica, it seems that her machine may finally have everything it needs to send our heroes back home.
Vi fiddles with some knobs, and then she walks over to this giant red lever and reaches up for it.
I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna look straight in your eye, and I'm gonna say, by the name of House Demir, you are not going anywhere. And then I am casting a giant constrictor, and I'm sending it straight for you.
And that is where we will end.
Now, by the name of House Demir, place your thirsty 2-ounce cup of Omin juice securely in your seat's cup holder. And if there isn't one, then you're in one of the juicing chairs. Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated.
Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated. Tonight, joining us back in Ravnica is Jerry Holkins as Omin Dran. Also returning to Ravnica is Patrick Rothfuss as Viari. And here, on his endless quest for the best cheese in the multiverse, is WWE superstar Xavier Woods as Bobby Zimeruski.
Cheese!
Making a surprise return to Ravnica is Anna Prosser as Evelyn Marthain. And last but not least is Mike Krahulik as Jim Darkmagic. And tonight, I, your Dungeon Master, Jeremy Crawford, am also playing Jim Darkmagic.
You look great.
Here.
We're just gonna figure it out. We're gonna find out what happened, and then.
Do you know about this?
Absolutely not at all.
All right.
Oh.
I like your hair.
Jim has been doing some work.
Yeah.
Jim has had work done.
Yeah, he has.
It's typically phrased.
Are you all ready for some D&D?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, please.
I already heard you're ready for some cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear that someone might be ready for blood.
That's right.
Blood.
Excellent. I think there's going to be blood aplenty tonight.
Oh, hold on. Are you reaching for the cloth right away? Oh, shit.
This is all happening so fast.
Yeah, I was just going to say, usually there's a moment to sort of gather
Yeah,
ourselves.
a breather.
I've been terrified for months.
No, I want you to feel a little
Péchon.
Yes. You're a cruel man. That's the takeaway.
So when we last left the gang,
Yes.
you were approaching, leaving Ravnica after your sojourn there,
Yeah.
and your friend, Morgaine, drew her bow and summoned a giant constrictor snake upon you.
Yeah.
Friend is a big statement. Friend Morgaine.
Acquaintance.
Working companion.
Patrick, I must say, that wig is also a big statement.
The flip. Oh, my.
He's got the flick down. The flick is perfect.
No, it's vitally important that you understand that he has been backstage flipping for practice, like for a long time.
Just in the common conversation.
Yeah. He is going to sustain an RSI. That's what.
Yeah, how's your neck?
It's okay for now.
And so, beneath this, we see where we left off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Jeez. There's right there.
The whole
There's
table
like
of cheese
There's like
there.
a charcuterie board.
You guys made me cheese.
You see before you the Cosmo Hopper, the magic device that weeks ago, seems like a year ago, but was only weeks ago, brought you to the world of Ravnica. Hovering above are the globes that lead to different worlds, and you can see engraved on the floor the symbols of the different planes of existence. Also, on this wall is the giant red switch that Vi was going over to pull. You also see a generous cheese board that she has laid out for Bobby. You're probably wondering where you are.
I'm very
curious. You will recall that you left off standing on the Cosmo Hopper itself.
Oh, that's right.
And we have here beautifully painted.
Oh, wow. Oh, it looks like $1 million
Omin
fucking
Dran.
dollars.
We also have beautifully painted Jim Darkmagic.
Hey.
Oh.
Wow. The one and only.
We have
a stack of
Viari.
Oh, there is a Viari too.
These are very nice.
Right.
And we have, Bobby, we are going to use this dwarf for you.
Yeah, that's
The beard at least matches.
I'm a guest, it's fine.
It's a long slog.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm working.
We have Morgaine, also painted right there.
Oh, wow.
And representing the snake right here. All of these miniatures are from the Clank
Well, that's
Acquisitions Incorporated.
That's
sets.
deeply true.
Nice.
Is it fair to say that the snake is actually like huge? By huge, is it like to scale like this big, or?
Imagine it being twice its width.
Okay. Okay. So
over here, we have Vi standing up on a box. And as she reaches for the lever, Elm, your buddy, is over here next to this column with the orb on it, his primal magic flowing into it, it crackling, little arcs of greenish light dancing around inside it. And that light is echoed inside the orbs of the Cosmohopper. And as that light arcs, one of those little jolts of electricity jumps from the Cosmohopper into that sapphire you have been carrying around with you ever since you arrived in Ravnica.
I remember
need
that.
you, Omin, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Already? It's very early. Constitution saving throw. All right.
And you know what? While he does that, the rest of you might as well roll initiative.
Oh. Question on positioning.
Yeah.
So Elm is very close to this.
The device, yeah, right by it. It seems like he's juicing it up.
But I'm saying he's close to the danger.
We're going to use
For sure.
this to represent Elm. Omin, what did you get for your saving throw?
I haven't rolled it yet. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. It's this plus 2.
Hey.
17.
The electricity courses through your body. Given that save, you only take 3 lightning damage from it.
Okay, hey, listen, I'll take it.
And then the electricity jumps from that sapphire and from you and hits Morgaine. And you'll recall it was exactly this sapphire that she appeared out of. And as it jolts through her, she begins to split. And coming out of her head is a second head.
Ugh.
And on that second head, you see sprouting out at first almost like wheat, but then cascading down in lovely curls, you see Evelyn Marthain basically being birthed out of the side of Morgaine.
I want it to be that exact expression, too.
It is.
That's super gross.
Yeah.
Viari, what did you get for initiative?
12. Whichever.
You know what?
What do you like?
Jim.
I got 24.
Omin.
Oh, another roll? Here we go.
Bobby, what did you get?
19.
19.
6, which is the number of the beast. Does that help?
It might later.
Okay.
Evelyn.
Yes?
What is your initiative?
Oh, I wasn't there before, and now I am, so now I'll roll it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 21.
Look at you. And so as the giant snake hisses toward Omin, Jim, you get to go first.
I would like to polymorph it. Yeah, so it needs to make a wisdom saving throw versus 16.
Woo! I cannot roll dice in these gloves. It failed.
Yeah, so I point at it. And I'm trying to think of something else for it to become.
That's less scary.
Yeah.
And less dangerous. It has to be both of those things.
It's just a smaller version of a snake.
But only like 3 feet smaller?
No, it's like a normal sized snake, not like a giant snake.
What's a normal sized snake? Because a python is huge.
It's like 5 feet long, 6 feet long probably.
It's too.
Why don't we do like a goldfish or something?
In the heat of the moment, I just Smaller snake.
No.
Snake, but kind of bluish.
Small.
No, I said, Jim, it didn't have to be a snake at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, it could be anything.
I'm going to chalk that down for next time.
Yeah, you need to. I want you. When this is over, I want you to really look at that scroll. Like,
There's
really
a
look
lot
at
of text.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the giant constrictor snake, rather than turning into another type of creature, just turns into a smaller constrictor snake.
Which is still great.
Chicken, I mean, you know.
That would have been good. I'm going to bank that one.
Giant constrictor chicken. You know? Wrap it around.
As Evelyn continues to be born from the side...
Jim is just like one hand up, casting the spell.
The one eye of Morgaine's that's still intact glimmers with the same sapphire light of the sapphire that you hold, and she says, with some effort, because another person is tearing out the other side of her.
And I think that we're all gonna, let that happen. That's fine.
Let it go down.
This will go really easily if you just hold still.
She talking to us?
Yeah. It's...
And the eye glimmers, and she makes a fist gesture, and you feel the sapphire tug away from you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, assuming you want to hang on to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You feel like this is a battle of wills.
Yeah, it's like whenever like a half living chimera creature tries to give me advice, I do the opposite.
Oh, no. There's the Jerry we all know.
I think you had a point of inspiration last game. You tried to give me, and I ignored it, and I turned to stone. So I think you still have that.
I don't even... Yeah. Is that real?
That sounds.
I will allow it.
Sounds true.
Yeah.
So let's say that it leaves the hand, and then the other hand comes in and tries to get it.
Better.
Now you're just fumbling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like dragging me along the ground. So that's a 12, if that helps at all.
As you're grasping for it, it just bobs forever just beyond your fingertips. And she clutches it with her one intact hand. The sapphire glimmers even brighter, as does the light in her other eye. And she says,
Good. Master Lazov will be here soon.
At this, Vi over at the switch says, "What the fuck?" Master Lazov, my friends, he's the head of House Demir. He will fuck our shit up.
I say Morgaine, or a creature currently inhabiting Morgaine, is Master Lazar weak to fire or anything like that? Like more damage would be good. Does that help?
Maybe if you destroy her before he gets here.
Oh, absolutely. Deal.
And let's go. And Vi is immediately distracted by more of that electricity bouncing from one orb to the next, and looking up at her board of instruments, she said, "Baby, I just fixed you. I'm not going to lose you again." And she gets out a screwdriver with several crystals on the end of it, and they begin to glow, and there are then shimmers all over the device as she tries to prevent it from falling apart. Morgaine spends the rest of her turn just
being weird
and providing a goopy entry for Evelyn. The normal-sized constrictor snake wiggles...
Right? You're welcome.
Wiggles towards you, Omin, and is not going to constrict you with a 7 to hit. So it's just sort of looking at you with its dead eyes.
Just gonna shake it off my leg. Ugh.
Evelyn, what do? You now have only your left foot up to the knee still inside Morgaine.
Okay. Okay. Well, Evelyn always has a very sunny countenance, so that's not strange at all. But what's strange is that it's like the most plastered on, perfect plastic smile you've ever seen. Almost like a ventriloquist dummy, like this kind of thing. And she turns to Omin and she says, "Oh, you can't leave. The Demirs are almost here. Make yourself comfortable." And she tries to grapple him, just like holding his arm, like she's taking his hand friendly, but it's way too tight.
All right. Go ahead and make a grapple check. So this is a strength athletics.
Wow! She's so strong. She's so strong.
She's too strong.
It's a 24.
Omin, I need
luck.
strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
So you have him by the bones.
Yes. My fingers just sink all the way in.
2 more seconds. She's just gonna be holding a skeleton. I have to try to do the strength thing, even though it's. I mean, I'm only doing that, and it's not good because the dex is even worse. This is okay. Here we go.
Stay right here, sweetie.
Evelyn has a
firm
vice-like grip on you.
Okay.
Bobby, what do you do?
How close am I to Morgaine?
So you're right here. Morgaine is standing over here on the far side of the room. This gap right there is the double door that you came through, shut at the moment. Your buddy looks terrified by what's going on. He has backed up against the wall, but is still holding his hands up so that he can funnel his primal magic into the device.
So, would you say,
Is she closer to Omin, or is Omin closer to her now because there's physical contact?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna scooch.
would be right up here.
And did you kind of drag Morgaine, like, by the knee?
So you stepped out of Morgaine with a sound and tracked this goop across the floor, and you see that the pieces of Morgaine that were torn open are now already sewing themselves back closed.
Oh, please excuse my appearance. I just should have cleaned up before you got here.
You know, I respect your narrative authority, but there was electricity. This could have been a rift. This didn't have to be goopy body horror.
I'm taking a turn.
Touche.
All right. So am I within 50 feet of Morgaine?
Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring out an attack that I haven't wanted to bring out in front of my friend because it's too violent. So what I'm going to do is tie a rope around my morning star, and I'm going to perform a move called the perfect cast. Where you essentially...
Oh, it's a demonstration.
Pay close attention.
Yeah!
Something like that. Yeah. Close to that.
So, also, while raged up, have mind you. So I've got the rope wrapped around the morning star. I'm going to spin it around my head, raged up, and swing it at her head, trying to decapitate her instantly.
All right.
Ooh. And trying to bring the head back to me.
What?
Oh, my.
What?
All right.
That is very violent.
Yeah.
Is that one action?
Yeah, that makes an impression.
So one.
We'll see if you can get that head back. First, let's see if you hit.
Let's see if I hit at all. Ooh. That's 16. While raged up. No, it's, yeah.
Oh, it's
I hit, right?
Now you're raged, right?
Yes.
So and this,
You know I'm bad at this. You gotta help me out. Math, guys.
So.
Yeah. So rage.
And what's your total? So with that 16, adding whatever you've got, even if I take away your proficiency bonus because you're improvising, you still hit.
Okay, good.
Yay!
21.
And so kabam! It hits Morgaine.
Perfect. So this. I gotta take these gloves off. I can't.
It's hard to roll.
I can't grab anything.
Right. Just have one rolling hand, right?
Yes. This is a roll hand for the rest of this. So, bingo. It's 3. Okay. There's 3. Better. Better. Okay. Cool. And with the rage, what I swing? That's +3, so 6. And.
Oh yeah.
And also your strength bonus.
Plus strength is 5, and that's 11.
All right. So there is a slurp sound as the Morning Star bashes through Morgaine's microphone, through Morgaine's cheek. And as you pull it out, parts of the cheek pull through, and then the cheek reforms. But she seems hobbled a bit by the strike, but not decapitated.
It's very surprising. That's the main thing.
Viari.
What specifically, when you say like, was this like a meat person getting hit with a big thing, or was this like a weird like pod person?
Oh, is she
wood
like
wife?
made of goo, or does it look like human stuff?
So you want more body horror?
Yeah,
I
despite what
realize-
he may have said.
No, I need clarity before I take my action. Like, what did that, was that goo inside, or was that people meat regenerating by magic?
So imagine a slurry of goo and people meat contained inside the outer skin of a hot dog.
A slurry?
And then hot dog.
Okay.
So like a real hot dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In every way.
Yeah.
So during my turn, first I have cunning action. I get to take a bonus action, and it's not listed technically here, but I would like to retch. I'd just like to have just a tiny barf.
I'll let you barf a little for free.
Okay, barf as a bonus action for cunning action. It's the cunningest barf I've ever had. I don't want to leave this circle in case we get teleported out, and I really liked Evelyn when we met. What could I do to get a little clarity? Like, I've been mind controlled before. She ain't looking right, but also you don't gank the boss's sweetheart.
That's
So like,
yeah,
what's,
weighted term.
what's my gut is like, is she really here portaled in and under control, or is this a terrible slurry homunculus hot dog creation?
The latter.
Oh, okay.
All hot dog.
All hot dog all the way down.
And I'm dead sure?
I mean, you didn't see a portal open up.
That's right, there was no portal. This is just a... No, that gem is definitely a portal thing, because it portaled somebody in before.
It swapped out Evelyn for Morgaine. At the Blood Circus.
Yeah.
Can I take my stunning Arcana action? Like, can I, like, Arcana this? I just want to know one way or the other what my gut is.
Go ahead and give me a Wisdom Insight check.
Congrats picking, like, one of the few skills that's worse than Arcane. Tell me what I think.
Hot dogs.
Okay. Then I go into full protect the boss mode because I have my performance review coming up. And dang, I'm sorry. I get on her and I do every manner of bad thing I've been trained to do. Gonna attack and use the Apocalypse Dagger.
Oh, wow.
So you notice something as you pull out the apocalypse dagger.
Oh!
First off, as you grasp it, you almost drop it. You notice it's actually very warm to the touch.
Oh no.
And you also see that along its side, that you look on one side, it looks the way it always looks. You look on the other side, of course this is all happening in a split second. You see that the hilt is a bright red color and kind of pulsing, almost like a meter going up.
Okay, so...
What?
Midstream.
I will remind you, you crit with it in the last episode.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I didn't know if that was going to slide long term. So I do get 2 attacks. I'm going to make the sword attack first. And you know, everything's happening very fast, and then I attack with the Apocalypse Dagger. Here we go. And I'll put the sneak attack on that one. Okay.
You do have a friend next to her.
Well, friend is a strong term.
Your boss.
Omin? Yeah.
I can't get to Morgaine without leaving the circle.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm leaning into it. So that's one of these, and 2 of these, and 2 more
Just
of these.
roll them all. Just get a big handful. Just put them in there.
And there's...
Just go crazy.
There's this.
And Evelyn, this is against you.
Because you're closest. That's 7, 10. That's 23, 24 points of damage.
And this is a dagger, so you like stab Evelyn?
Yeah.
She looks down slowly with a smile at where you stabbed her and goes, "Ouchies, don't!"
No.
Yikes.
No, I would probably be aiming for the arms if that matters at all, because I just want to get her off of him. I was gonna try to break the spell back when I thought you might still be a human, or as close to human as you were before.
Omin.
Yes.
Your turn.
Okay.
You got this, man.
Yeah.
I'm also...
Just looking for the heads up, like, are we good with this?
As you withdraw the dagger, you see that the red meter is going up. Now the little red line has started to go from the hilt onto the base of the blade.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I'm currently being gripped by Evelyn Marthain.
Well, somebody
theoretically, and I'm just gonna, before I do the next part, my left hand is already beginning to form the spell, but I'm gonna look at Evelyn Marthain and say, "When did you receive my last letter?" That's what I thought. That's 25.
That is
so hopefully that is enough for the plate.
Is that
Does
an
Evelyn have
opposed?
do you have any special stuff for?
This is against your AC.
Oh, against my AC. My AC is 16.
Okay. Do you have any special magic stuff?
No,
that
only
Chris
if it were
Perkins
a saving.
gave you?
Only if it was our saving throw.
Fair enough. Okay, here we go. There's 7 of these. 4, 8, 13, 18. Now it's getting weirder. 21. 24. 28.
Jesus.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. nice to have access to this kind of technology.
The hive mind.
Yeah. So now I know. I mean, it's not like this. I don't really expect this campaign to have long-term success, but I know that Evelyn Marthain would remember the letter.
Evelyn looks down at where you hurt her, and then she looks up, and she doesn't, like, her face doesn't change at all, but tears, like, roll down her cheeks, and she goes, I thought you loved me!
Oh, shit.
Whew.
All right.
Jim, what do you do?
I just turn and look at Jim and shrug, like, there's a lot about this I don't get.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that...
What was that special effect, by the way? Was that just a big gout of fire or holy radiance?
That is
or what?
guiding bolt.
Okay.
I kind of thought that she was just a monster, but if she's actually in there... Somewhere, can I try to, like, counterspell? Or do I think that there's a spell cast on her?
Dispel it, maybe.
Dispel
You could try
it,
to dispel it.
Dispel it. I would like to try to do that. Do I need to make a...
I don't think. The spell makes a save, right?
Go ahead and give me an ability check using your spellcasting ability modifier, so intelligence.
Okay. +4.
You're doing great, sweetie!
So I'm really looking at her. I'm like, are you a person? Are you a spell? What's going on?
There's sort of a little, as your spell fizzles, and the snake that you created just sort of looks up at it.
See, this is already hard without the addition of the snake.
I don't think this is Evelyn.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
But I don't know. I'm not 100% ready to start stabbing her yet.
We have a department for that.
Yeah.
You hear Vi say, "Oh no," as you see she looks away from her battery of blinking lights and levers and buttons, looks at Morgaine, who now, her mouth is opening wider and wider, far beyond what a person's mouth could go.
Yes. You're saying too big.
Way too big.
Okay.
And light starts glimmering inside, just like that portal that Morgaine originally came through, and you can see space beyond. And Vi, seeing that, says, if that Master Lazov gets in here, we are well and truly fucked.
Okay. So the problem is actually back here. This is different. If we can kill Morgaine or do something, listen, it's not Morgaine. Her mouth doesn't open that way.
Yeah.
Right? I think we can know about this. And obviously, the Dimir clearly doesn't have dental. Right? So we need to manage that, and then we will come back to this.
Okay. Was my whole turn to try to dispel? Fair enough.
Viari, what do you do?
Yeah,
and I go,
No.
Morgaine?
Yes.
Not Viari.
Okay.
No.
No backsies.
Takes these back.
I have Vi on the list and saw Vi and said Viari. The snake hisses. We can't forget our friend the snake.
The normal size snake?
Yeah.
And it tries to go for you, Viari.
If you laugh, this thing is going to be super poisonous and we're all dead.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be TPK.
18 to hit.
It's a tie. It's 18. I've got 18.
Wow.
So hit.
All right.
This is a constrictor, though. Constrictors aren't poisonous.
It very quickly wraps around you and squeezes. You take 6 bludgeoning damage, and now you are grappled by it.
Aren't you glad it's not bigger?
It's only 5 feet long, right?
Yeah.
So like my leg. Like I'm at disadvantage?
You have a speed. You can't move right now.
Oh, you made him frown.
And while you're grappled, you're restrained. So yes, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls while this snake is wrapped around
But
you.
also movement speed is 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I did think it was funny. Okay.
You were wearing a snake.
Evelyn,
Or it's wearing you, I guess.
Yes.
your turn.
I still
Bobby,
have
you're next.
Omin totally grappled, right?
Yes.
And is Viari holding the dagger, like, still
I did
stabbed
kind of
into me?
canonically say, I don't know
Yeah.
if I took it out yet. I was like, so then
Okay.
I'm here, and then plus I've got a snake on me now. That's a little distracting.
So Jeremy, tell me if and how I can do this. Because I have Omin. I want to grab also Viari, and I want to do like a full-on like wrestling move, throw myself backwards and fling them off of the circle toward Morgaine.
It's called a monkey flip.
Thank you. I knew you could help me.
Sorry. Monkey flip, Japanese arm drag, it's possible.
Yes. See, so he can help.
All right. So now make a strength athletics check to grab Viari.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
That's a 20.
Oh, I shouldn't be saying nice.
No,
you're bad. Oh, gross.
And now you make, in your case, a dexterity acrobatics.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Good. This
Yeah.
is the battle of the network stars. Ugh.
20.
Ooh.
What was your total?
20.
Fist fight.
Come on, Jeremy. Give me some sort of advantage.
Disadvantage.
He
he already has his dagger in me, so he's already connected to me. Disadvantage.
I probably do have to. I got a snake on me too. It's fair.
You don't actually have disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh, they just shouted it, so I said it. Sorry, guys. I tried.
So, do we have like a Matrix kung fu sort of like my arm is in her and she's grabbing me and I'm just dodging, and then how does it resolve?
It basically it's just status quo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aww.
When there's because this wasn't the members of the Is It League who were out in the hallway yelling disadvantage through the doorway would be correct, my friends, if that had been an attack roll. But this was an opposed ability check.
Okay.
So basically, I'm holding Omin, and me and Viari are going.
Yeah.
Slap fighting.
I'm watching and I'm very confused at the patty cake game.
Bobby, what do you do?
I'm gonna rush old girl that is a hot dog mess.
A hot dog, a space hole
Space
person.
hole dog.
Yes.
Hot. I'm assuming so the gem that she's holding, is there any sort of like electrical current between her eye and this gem because they're the same color and they're both glowing?
You see that not only is there the same light in the two, but when the sapphire pulses with light, her eye pulses, synchronized.
I'm attacking the gem.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
ASAP.
Big
All
ups.
right.
Big ups.
I have enough to rush.
I like it.
Yeah.
Still rage, so I'm real angry.
Would you like to attack recklessly?
Of course. Of course, I go again.
Then you get advantage.
Yeah, okay. That doesn't count because it's a...
It could have counted.
Okay.
A little better.
14, and it's this one I had, right?
For which?
Yeah.
Morningstar.
Yeah.
9. Yeah, so what's 14 plus 9, guys? 24. 23. Wrestling hurts my head. It's I forget where I put my keys.
I have got you.
23.
You hit.
So I hit. Bingo, bango. Dingo, dango. D8. 7. Plus 3 is 10. Plus 5 is 15.
Nice math, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, math on stage is.
There is a satisfying clatter as the sapphire falls from Morgaine's hand and hits the metal floor and slides over toward the closed double door. And as soon as it hits the floor, the light in her eye starts to dim, and that portal opening begins to close.
I scream,
Vi looks over at you and she says, "Honey, I'm gonna have to get you some more cheese."
honey, that's not all I want from you.
Wow.
Viari, what do you do? You want to attack again?
Thank you, yes. So is the gem on the ground or is it shattered?
It's on the ground.
But not shattered.
Not shattered.
But we're fine, the portal is gone.
But it's
Was
starting to
closing?
shrink.
It's starting to shrink.
Yeah.
And her mouth is real big. How close am I to this? Well, we'll leave her. What's my friend doing? He's still freaked out by the deal?
He is backed up all the way against the wall.
Okay.
All good choices.
If I hit her, she's gonna turn into hot dog mess. You guys have been attacking her. You know what? I'm gonna attack her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack her too.
Yeah.
So she's got a hold of him. They're still slap fighting.
I would like to say it's more like the Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like one-handed karate.
One hand.
back.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to say it's actually more like slap fighting, but in Viari's mind, he sees it
it's
like
absolutely. I have a rich interior
Yeah.
life.
And where I'm located, her back is to me. Yes? If I'm reading the room correctly.
Oh, you're here, so I'm facing you, but
here
Viari and
But
Omin
I
are back.
rushed.
Yeah, you're
I
rushing.
rushed
Oh,
an attack.
right,
so
yeah.
Exactly right.
I'm here.
This is great.
Boom. So her back is to me, and I see these beautiful golden locks that no one's paying attention to. And I raise my morning star high above my head, and I scream for my cheese daddy. And I.
Yikes.
It's a good thing you're attacking recklessly. You get a roll again.
There we go.
Aha!
Evelyn Marthain is the final boss.
Yeah, I think so.
19.
It's way, way up.
Here we go. Bam, 2 plus 5 is 7.
Indeed.
Plus 3 is 10.
Indeed.
In the back of the head.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
paying
at-
attention.
This is at me?
Yes, this
Okay.
is on you. Big boy swing.
She like takes that and then turns to look at you like.
Oh no.
Without her body turning, her head.
Yeah, just the head.
No,
looking
no,
straight
no.
but walking back.
And she says, "No!"
This isn't what we want.
Morning star in hand, I jump back some.
Viari.
Okay. The gem is obviously the key to this. A 5-foot snake, I can't move, but I'm assuming it's because it's around both my legs, right?
It's like a bola sort of thing.
It could be a lot worse, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Could be.
That's how you have to think of it,
Yeah.
right?
Think about how much snake you're not fighting
Yeah.
By volume.
by volume, yeah.
So this gem is on the floor.
Yeah, by the door.
I respect that like I have a 0 movement speed, but I would argue that I could still jump using both my legs.
But like a pogo
hop?
stick?
Yeah, like just fling myself.
The snake could act like a spring.
No. I could still. Okay.
No, think about its coiled vigor.
Yeah, it'll just pop you up.
Okay.
I will allow it as your attempt to escape. And so give me a dexterity acrobatics check. Now this is going to take your action to do.
Okay, but I am flinging myself towards it, so I'll be by the gem.
If you succeed, then you'll get your speed back and can move.
But next turn.
No, this turn.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Movement, not the action, right?
Yeah.
Great. That's a lot. That's like 32.
Yeah. You need like notation.
31, yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to pogo with the snake, but it's like you just leap out of it like out of a towel. Just
I know exactly what that's like, yeah. And so spring towards it, and I just want to use my cunning action to grab the gem.
As you spring away, the snake tries to bite you.
Attack of opportunity, okay.
Gets only a 13 to hit.
Yay. I got better than that.
Wow.
Evelyn, would you like to make an attack of
I sure would, Jeremy.
This snake is my hero.
Yeah.
Ooh. Attack would be, I think she would be +9 if she's attacking. So that would, and that's a 9, right? So 18.
Now that one's a tie. So we
That
get to
hits.
see the other side of the road here.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. What sort of way in which is Viari being hit?
Well, she usually has her battle axe most at hand. And I'm gonna try to, actually no, when she was hanging out with you guys, she did the flame tongue greatsword. So she's going to,
She's just like looking through her closet. Like,
no, so that's gonna be.
Or you can just punch him, because your hands are free.
I wanted to hit him with the sword, but I feel like that's probably like, it seems like a lot to be like, oh, let me take out my sword. So I think you're right. I think I hit him. But what kind of damage do I do with the hit? I don't remember how to roll that.
So it would be 1 plus your strength bod.
Oh, 6.
Is it-
Right in the face, right as you go.
Does anything happen because she's got that dagger still on her shoulder?
Oh, do I keep it?
No.
Can I make a grab for it?
No.
Sure can.
On your turn, you could.
Okay.
So 6.
With advantage, though, I would assume, since it's in my body.
No, I'm assuming I take the dagger with me as I spring
You'd
forward onto
assume
the
that.
Yeah, he is.
But I'd
He's a
assume
lot.
the opposite.
yeah.
So are you, in fact, bringing the dagger along?
Oh, 100%.
All right. Then he has the dagger.
All right, fine.
All right.
You make it to the sapphire.
Okay, and cunning action, grab it?
There you go. Well, in fact, you can grab it for free.
Oh no.
Your free object interaction.
Oh, okay.
I said, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm always, yeah.
Cunning action to eat the gem.
That's pretty much everything. You're always having to slap stuff out of Viari's hand.
No.
It's always like,
No. No.
so I took my action and my move, and I think I'm good, right?
Still have your cunning action if you want to use it.
Yeah. Give the people what they want.
Here, Viari, Pat,
Yeah.
put it in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, if in that moment where I'm like, is anyone looking? Because normally they tell me to not. And I look up and I can see in his eyes where he's like, and it's
Yeah.
absolute god. Now, also, how big is this?
Softball.
Right? I'm growing as a character. I want to know how big it is before I put it in my body.
You're asking the important questions.
Yeah, it's 3 steps.
It's about half the size. If you chopped this die in half, it'd be that.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Just open your throat.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. So I 100% like just unk.
I would like to have looked at it before you ate it.
I'm not going to swallow it. I'm
Oh,
just putting it
okay.
in my mouth.
Oh.
All right.
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
It's just. it's just think of it as a warm shelf.
Okay. It's like a grill.
Yeah.
This is old school thief school stuff, Like, everyone can pick a pocket.
Yeah.
You ever pull something out of someone's mouth without them noticing? I have, but I'm a professional.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Omin, what do you do?
All right, so he has done as requested, and I appreciate it.
Sorry, it's the other hand now.
I support it, and so it's basically it's got to be cleric versus paladin, like the fight people have been waiting for. They want the AI Elseworlds experience, and we're gonna give it to them.
Bring it on.
Here it comes. So now Viari is gone. He's leapt away. He's not a part of this fight. Now I think it is it's a mortal conflict.
Combat, if you will.
Yeah.
Mortal conflict.
It's like, you don't know how much that shit costs.
Oh, we can't afford that license.
Yeah.
It's spelled with a C here.
Yeah, exactly. So I can do 2 attacks because of my class feature, because I'm that war priest that you've heard about so much. So here it comes.
What are you attacking with?
My maul.
Oh.
So what's your AC?
16.
Yeah, it's good. I knew it would be good. It's not that good. 2d6 plus 3, so 3, 5, 8. No, 5 total, and then, yes, sorry, I'm not smart. 8. And then I'm gonna try to, that's the first one, and then I just do it again. 14.
Nope.
But let us not forget that in addition to being a war priest, I can also use my channel divinity to use guided strike to add a +10 to the roll.
You can guide your own strike?
Yeah. It's 2 separate blessings. War God's blessing for other people and guided strike for myself.
Gotcha.
So Holy Timora writes the strike. This time I deliver 11 points.
So, Jeremy, does this cause Evelyn to lose grip of Omin, or no? Can she take the blows and still hold on to him?
Yes, you can.
So, as he's wailing on her with this maul, she's still holding onto his arm, and she falls down, like, not actually falls prone, but, you know, kind of like hunkers down, and you see her, like, take the blows and then look up at him with these, like, eyes that just do not look familiar, just rage burning in them, and she still has that smile, but they're just burning eyes.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like on the carnival float.
Yes, exactly that. Yes. Yep. And she doesn't even say anything at that point. You just kind of hear a low growl.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See, I was right. That's what I say. I was right.
Jim, what do you do?
So has the portal in Morgaine's mouth closed completely now?
There's still a bluish light glimmering, but it is dimming.
And you've got the gem in your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna go magic missile on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go magic missile on Morgaine. Just try to put her down. Casting it at level 4, so I'll get 4 bolts here. 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12 plus 5.
17.
17.
As the force hits, hits, she convulses with each one, staggers backward, and slumps into the wall. And begins to just sort of open up and dissolve.
Like a hot dog.
Yeah.
The microwave too long, they just split and.
Like a hot dog smoothie.
Yeah. Like a smoothie inside a hot dog skin.
So,
somebody make this happen.
Is the word we're really looking for deliquesce? I mean, if you're going to body horror, body horror.
So I'm like, yeah, that's what my spell does. Watch out, everybody. I'll disintegrate you.
Vi looks over and says, we're just going to have to burn this place down. My friends, I am worried. Looking at what's going on with the Cosmohopper and knowing that we've been made by House Dimir, we need to get your butts out of here.
I agree.
Deal.
I hustle directly back into the...
Just get like an Uber or something? Or...
But first the giant snake goes.
No, the regular size.
The regular size giant snake. It's a giant snake in its heart.
Yeah, he still feels giant.
Formerly known
Yes. Omin, it goes for you.
Honestly, I live for this snake. I'm about this snake.
It misses.
I want to protect. Oh, man.
Unless your AC is 14.
My AC is 18.
Well, there we go.
Jeez.
I don't know what you heard.
Evelyn, what do you do?
I'm going. It's the monkey throw. Monkey
flip.
Monkey flip. I'm going for the monkey flip again. So you know how she was kind of hunkered
Yeah,
down?
exactly.
Really going to use all the power in her legs, just and she's trying to throw him off the circle, like toward the wall where the Morgaine mess is, like into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? Come on.
Yeah. And this is strength again, right?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength athletics check.
Okay. Oh man, hold on though. Let's see.
And you can oppose this with your strength athletics.
It's only 14.
I can and I will. Get ready for this great roll.
Hey!
Just so that everybody knows, it's a 13.
Praise Voltan. So she just grabs him by the arm and flips him over.
Which means you get flipped over and you smash into the dissolving Morgaine.
Well, that's not.
I have a question about that.
It's fine.
I'm directly behind her. She's throwing him.
Yeah,
and he rushes right past you.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do in that situation.
Do you have a reaction to grapple people?
If you had a special reaction, you could.
Click on reaction. There.
Opportunity.
Attack. I mean, you could attack him.
You could attack him.
Well,
He is leaving his
this is my question.
This has gotten worse and worse.
Because, okay, so technically, when you do a monkey flip, you put your hands behind someone's head, both heels in their hips, and you lay on your back while you kick them over you. So my thought is, if I'm standing there facing that direction, his legs are coming right at me.
A reverse monkey flip?
So she would be on the ground, and my attack on you would be using you to hit her in a power bomb position. Just because from where I'm sitting, you're wearing very heavy plated armor. She is not.
Yeah.
Even if you take a few points of damage, she's gonna eat the brunt of that. She's already laying down.
So you're saying that what you want is my consent to use me as a weapon. I'm not mad at it. I want to make sure I understand what's happening.
I feel
what
like
wrestling move are you doing on Omin?
I'm power bombing him on.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because essentially, and just so if you don't understand, as his legs are coming to my face, your crotch is hitting me in the face.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm using that to bring the momentum back and throwing you down onto her head.
Listen, I want to see it.
Jeremy makes the rules. This is where it's an advantage to have the lead rules designer of Dungeons & Dragons.
Yes. And for that, I have absolutely no clue what dice to roll.
So you are in luck because your turn is after hers. And so I will say that he was indeed flying right toward the mush that was Morgaine. But in that split second, right as he was about to land, your turn starts.
No.
And you're able to grab him and do it.
All right. Now you still got to roll.
Yeah. Please save the applause for the roll after.
Let's see if it works.
Now, step one is catching him. So I want you to make a strength athletics check.
Okay.
Now you're raging, so you have advantage on this.
Hell yes, I do.
Don't end my wrestling career before it starts.
All right.
11 plus 5, 16. Strength. So that's pretty strong.
Are you resisting?
It's not bad. Absolutely not.
All right.
You're just giving in.
Yeah.
So now,
so you've got him.
We know each other.
Yeah.
Religiously now.
This is intimate.
Crotch to face.
Yeah.
And we've been fighting. We're sweating.
Yeah.
So you.
Could I use protection fighting style on Omin?
Oh, as a paladin,
Yeah.
he can turn it to a disadvantage.
Right. So I could impose disadvantage on that roll to protect my quarry.
Which would only nullify my advantage, keeping my current roll.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I have a serious Dungeons and Dragons question. Does disadvantage versus advantage work that way, or did we both roll and see?
They cancel each other out.
Dang it! Well played, sir. Well played. Well fought.
I'm trying to learn.
That's what I like.
So I'm ready to.
Yes.
So your first attack was used to arm yourself with Omin.
Yes.
Yeah. No. To equip Omin.
Yes, I'm equipping Omin. We are now one. And now I'm trying to throw him down with all my force onto her face. So he's landing back first onto her face.
So you are making a melee weapon attack using Omin as your improvised weapon.
Yes.
And should you hit, he will deal bludgeoning damage. And I am going to say that for you, as a mighty Goliath barbarian, for you, Omin is going to function as if you were wielding a maul.
Okay. There's something in here about bludgeoning damage for me getting some sort of plus, so.
It'd probably be in like your features.
Features and traits, I bet.
Yeah.
I feel like there is.
There's a lot of great shit in there.
Omin, how much damage is he going to roll for a maul?
For a maul?
Yeah, because I know you have one.
If it's like a big two-handed maul sort of situation, 2d6.
2d6.
Okay.
So if you hit, it's going to be 2d6 damage.
What am I checking this with?
This is a
Attack?
regular melee attack using your strength bonus and your proficiency bonus. Because again, I'm saying it. He is for you acting like a maul.
He's proficient in Omin.
That's 13 plus 4 plus 5. Give it to me. Give it to me. That's 8. That's 22.
That is a hit.
Jim is just applauding.
So it's going to be 2d6 damage plus your strength mod plus the bonus you get from your rage.
It's okay.
Now, you're also... Do you want to be attacking recklessly?
All the time. We're going to say blanket statement.
Then go ahead and roll another d20 to see if you crit with Omin.
Let's go.
Oh, so close.
I was like, let me add points to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If you had crit, I was going to have all the damage you deal to her also deal to
just both die. All right.
You're left with 2 legs you're holding.
Yeah. All right, 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14, plus 3 is 17.
All right. So I imagine you, Omin's like lower body and legs are like all together in your hands, and his armor and all the upper body.
His legs are literally on my shoulders, and his head is up here. He's facing this way. I'm doing this to him.
Oh, okay. So I imagine Evelyn kind of rears back, and you hit her in like the torso and chest and everything, and she just kind of takes this hit because she doesn't fall prone, right?
Only if you drop to 0.
No, I don't.
Okay.
She can still take this hit. So she takes a full like Omin to the abdomen. And I say this because I say this for Reddit, because can you imagine that Omin and Evelyn are now locked in the embrace we have so longed for, but I guess he's upside down having just hit her in the torso and she's embracing him, but her face is like
It's in his butt. It's
butt in his butt. Butt to face.
Butt to face.
So she's just So just wanted to let the fan artists out there know what we were looking at. Yeah.
This is official Dungeons and Dragons content. I mean,
Yep.
that's
canonical.
This is canon. Yeah.
Omin?
Yeah.
Give me a con save.
You bet.
See how well you've taken being wielded as a weapon.
So well. You'll see. 9.
Oof. How much damage did you deal?
What did we say?
It was 17.
17. You take half of that.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gotta say
And it's bludgeoning, so I subtract 3 from that, but it's fine. It's fine.
Bobby, I'm going to award you inspiration for that entire thing.
Now don't forget. That's the most important thing about inspiration is that don't forget that you have it.
Yes, I'm gonna use this glove. And once he,
Just tap it right here. There, now you got it.
as I have him land, I'm screaming, I want more cheese for this.
I'll just weakly point to the tray.
And I'll whisper to him,
Viari.
I saw all that, right?
In slow motion.
It's like, and they're just right there on the ground.
Yeah.
And these are two very, very big men. I can't like ninja scroll them into the circle. There's no way. Morgaine is all good. Evelyn is also no wait. I meant to ask this before. What does this taste like?
It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I would notice.
What does that taste like?
It is so bad. Never lick a switch cartridge.
Why would anyone do that?
It's cool.
Okay.
To the touch.
Oh.
And it has a coppery taste. Like if you bit your tongue too hard.
Or someone else's tongue.
And it also tastes a bit like sashimi that sat out in the sun for a couple of days.
It's also fishy?
No, and I'm thinking, this was in her hand, wasn't it? This was in her actual hand in the
slime.
In the hot dog unculus that this thing was.
Yeah.
I try not to think about that as I guess I attack Evelyn. There's no way I can grab these two big boys and get them in the circle, is there?
You could try.
No, there's no way I can do that. I will.
Here, no, hold on. Are you attacking Evelyn or are you attacking Evelyn?
That's a very big distinction.
I would assume this is Evelyn.
Evelyn's in the next game over.
Evelyn has the goatee.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will say I will attack with the long sword. I put the apocalypse dagger away, kind of for now.
The world-ending devil fang. Yeah, in the scabbard, please. Whoa. Rank.
Okay, I get out the apocalypse dagger.
Dude, you get hooked on it. You get hooked on this shit.
Right back to the dagger.
Right?
I mean, it wasn't my first choice, but oh man.
No, you have to. It's too good.
This thing, okay, yep.
Oh.
Little apocalypse never hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. It actually does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very badly.
It kind of blew my whole arm off that one time, remember?
One time.
Just one time.
Ugh.
Okay, so this is half, so that's 3, 10, 7, 8, 9, and 6 is 25.
If it blew your
Uh-oh.
Are you?
That's against me, right?
Are you stabbing with it or throwing?
This is no, it's sneak attack. I can get close enough and just. Hey internet, don't gift that.
No, it's
But I don't need that in my life. Everyone, I apologize for that. Can we just?
Yeah. Just go back.
Can I
go back?
Let me use my advantage to not have made that motion on stage.
That's my inspiration to go back and not ask.
That's against me, right?
Yes.
Evelyn is down.
So like right in the neck.
And she goes down smiling.
I'm really torn because I liked her, but yeah, she is skeeving me something fierce.
Yeah.
Evelyn begins to dissolve, and now that both of the clones or whatever they were are down, suddenly the conjured snake vanishes.
It was never really an issue. I really took it out of play.
That would have really actually sucked. To have a giant snake
Right?
through the middle of that, yeah.
That would have been way worse.
Vi goes, does this kind of shit always happen with you?
It's pretty common, yeah. It's just like a Tuesday for us.
Yeah.
And I'm still new, so I'm not sure.
I'm gonna, I guess, like drag my boots through this stuff and try to get back up onto the dais.
Yeah, can we get out of here now?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to have a little bit of a different exit strategy, my friends. Why didn't I bring myself a drink?
Everyone
turns into this cup.
Yeah. Everyone holds out their own flask.
Yeah, exactly. There's like 4 flasks.
If this whole lab and that crystal, which, correct me if I'm wrong, actually came from this room, that means this whole place has been compromised by House Demir. I now don't even know who really my employer was. If it is House Demir posing as the Izzet League, I need to get out of here really fast. Because they do things like mind plunges and ask you questions, and by questions, they just pull all the information out of you. So we're going to get out of here lickety-split. I have a second switch. She kicks the panel below the big red switch, and there's a second red switch.
I like to think that it's even redder.
This is fire engine red. This switch, if I had pulled it, would have sent you back home. The second switch, because I don't want House Demir and them mind-goopy powers to get outside of Ravnica. I'm going to send the Cosmohopper with you. Because there's no telling what they'd do if they would use this to get to other worlds and start worming into people's minds. And I'll just do my little trick once you're gone and slip right out of here.
I'm taking a look at each of these orbs that are suspended in this device and just assigning a dollar value.
I'm collecting all the cheese off the table.
It's on a cart, just wheel it over.
Oh, bro.
Wheel that up on.
It's wheeled over, and I've gone to say goodbye to my young friend who, in the time that we've spent fighting, has sprouted new leaves.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's great news.
I'm going to collect some leaves for us.
I'll say there is a chance that happened. Roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 6, another one of his magic leaves sprouted.
So close.
I will remind you, though, speaking of the leaves,
yeah.
You have one. You also do have inspiration.
I do.
I would let you use it on a d6 roll for a random thing.
Yeah.
But remember, you have one of the leaves steeping right now in that bit of Omin's purple juice that you secreted away last session.
Oh, man.
That's in my bag as well.
That's the good shit.
I walk over and I hold my hand out in front of your mouth. I want to take a look at this gem.
What?
Yeah, can I make an Arcana check and see if I recognize what I know about this thing? Oh, yeah, 28. Natural 20.
This is like the thing Jim knows about.
I know about some fucking gems.
So with your wizard brain, you look at it and see there are all sorts of sigils, very small, carved into it. And you recognize some sigils that represent divination magic, others represent transmutation, conjuration, all tied together. And when you look at it very, very closely, especially with a roll that high, you see each of those sigils is actually formed by countless tiny, tiny, tiny versions of the House Demir symbol.
So we definitely don't. Okay. So this is not good to have.
Yeah, this is a bad gem. It's a bad gem. I give it back to Viari.
No, come on.
Come on. Hold on. Here comes the airplane. No, come on. Coming in for a landing.
You have to make the sound.
Yeah, I put it in my mouth. I've already got most of the taste off it by now anyway.
All right, my friends, this really must be goodbye, I'm afraid. There's no telling how quickly they're going to get here and whoop our butts.
Okay. All these things, even their equipment and all the clothes they were wearing, turned into goop too, right?
Gem and the holograms?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm
no, I'm
Great.
right, dude.
Gem is excitement.
Ooh, Gem. Whoa, glamour and glitter, fashion and
Hot dog.
Gem. No. We can do the whole fucking thing. All right. Yeah, but so I'm gonna look up at the device. I'm gonna look over at Vi, and I'm gonna say, "You ever been to Waterdeep?"
Honey, I have my apartment there.
I say, "We're downtown. You can't miss us." The sign out front looks a lot like this.
I will look you up. I think we have a long future ahead of us with cosmic business opportunities.
I like the sound of that.
As do I. I haven't had this much excitement in years.
All right, I'm gonna reach up and just tap it a couple times, like I'm trying to start the prop on an airplane.
And don't you worry, Bobby. I'll make sure Elm gets out of here safely.
Please take care.
And Elm, don't you worry. You saw some terrible things here today, but you have a nice, peaceful life ahead of you beneath the world tree. And he said, oh yeah, that's right. All right, but goodbye, my friends. And Vi goes up and hits the top switch, and there is a rumble all around you as the Cosmo Hopper activates. And she, over the humming of the machine, yells to you, Waterdeep, that's where you want to go?
I just do the sign.
All right. She turns one of the knobs, and you see that this orange orb here suddenly glimmers. And she says, have a safe trip. And then she reaches down and pulls the lower hidden lever, and there is a sudden explosion of light as you feel your stomachs drop, the same feeling you had when you were transported to Ravnica in the first place, and you feel like you are shot out of a cannon, as if you are shooting through space. And let's move all of you who are still alive.
Dude, this is the most TARDIS shit that has ever happened.
Just you wait.
There's Bobby.
Yeah, I'm coming this time, and don't forget the cheese.
Does it move?
That doesn't move.
It does. I don't want to break it.
No, it will move.
And you launch up in the Cosmo Hopper.
Where's it
Stars.
Are you going home?
I'm moving it to the front of the table. Stars stretch past you as you feel like you're launching through Ravnica's sky, and then there is like a sonic boom around you as you go into the beyond. And as you break out of the plane that Ravnica is in, there is heat in your mouth because you have the gem. What do? It is pulsing, and the pulse is going faster and faster and faster, and it explodes.
I did spit it out. I made a good choice. I was holding it in my hand, though.
So because you chose to bring this thing on the Cosmo Hopper,
he chose.
It suddenly
chose. We may never know who.
It suddenly tilts and begins spinning with you in it, and the space all around you starts to stretch, and as you look at each other, you each look like you're being stretched. Light around you is stretching, and you see in the spaces between you, tentacles are starting to break in,
And I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw. Because you are now passing through the far realm.
This is the worst realm. Nice, Jim.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, I would like to say I have a -1 on that.
All right. You got this.
God bless. That's gonna be 8 for me.
Okay, that's okay.
21.
All right, let's just get this out of the way. That is a 17.
Jim and Omin, you managed to keep your wits about you. Bobby and Viari, not so much.
Poop your pants.
Each of you.
Oh, you have inspiration.
I do, but I don't know if I want to use it now or what, because I feel like it's about to get much worse than this.
I don't think it's going to get better.
That's true.
Could I look at him and
see how bad it could be?
Yeah, and I watch to see what happens.
No, wait, here. It's like this. I was going to use this for my disguise skill later, but instead, I think it's very appropriate. Here. It's this bad.
It becomes evil.
Goth bad.
I feel like I have to use it then.
You see the spectral tentacles are coming right at your heads. So you better make your call. Are you using that inspiration?
I'll use it.
All right.
Dear God, please. 16.
Hey.
All right.
16's okay.
Okay.
Viari, you take 30 psychic damage.
What?
As the tentacle pierces straight through your head, and you all see it is not physical. It is a spectral tentacle that goes through, and you are also stunned.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
I'm stunned.
It's very surprising.
You also see that because it feels like time has slowed as you're in free fall in the far realm, that exploding crystal is actually exploding in slow motion.
Just perpetually.
And the blast radius is starting to propel each of you backward. And also, you see with the Cosmo Hopper, there are the orbs up above. This explosion goes up and its outer rim hits the first of the orbs. And as that happens, the entire Cosmo Hopper begins flipping over and over and over and
like
over
an
again.
hourglass type.
And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can stop from retching.
I can't.
Actually, before we get there, this did blow up in my hand. If you want to hit me for that, that's fair.
But it is slow motion.
Yes.
It isn't that kind of explosion.
Okay.
And then I have a question before we get there as well. So since it is blowing up in slow motion, you know how
And in fact, but 1 second, you actually notice that it blew up in front of Viari and is sort of going around him.
Okay.
It is like it is blasting reality around you, not you.
Okay.
Oh, yuck.
And tearing it apart. You see where the explosion hits parts of the Cosmo Hopper? That is exactly where the tentacles are coming in.
It's like really in vogue to roll ones today.
Yeah.
What are we rolling for?
Well, the cool thing would be to roll ones, everybody.
Yeah,
that's what's in
That's
right
what cool
now.
guys are doing.
I was really ahead of that style.
9?
It's good.
I'd say, like, Constitution is the least of my problems with the fucking thorn tentacle in my head. I probably don't even notice.
I mean, you are stunned. Too.
Yeah.
I got a 1. So I'm pretty sure I'm puking.
I'm gonna grip one of the crystal columns of this thing while it's spinning upside down, like lay myself flat against the floor and just hold it with my arms, and I'm gonna start praying the same way that you might just start randomly calling numbers. I'm just gonna start
going through all
at
gods?
the top. I'm just gonna start from God to God. I'm gonna give Timora an opportunity at the outset, but it goes from Timora right into Lathander.
Nice.
And then, I know about it. And then I'm just gonna keep going, and then I get to weird ones. I get to like God of Turnips and stuff. Like I get all the way down. And one of them, you gotta cast a wide net. You gotta cast a wide net.
Is it also fair to say that at this point, like after the tentacle is in my head, that I am, and as everyone like falls over and is throwing up, I'm just standing there, and I am like just having the best laugh of my life.
So your mouth is wide open.
Oh yeah.
You look like a tentacle unicorn.
Oh.
A tentacorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have not a care in the world.
This is my best day ever.
Each of you who got less than a 15 on that con save, you retch, and I rolled, you take 2 acid damage.
Oh,
what? Okay. From my own vomit? You're hardcore.
As reality is warping around you.
I don't even remember eating Taco Bell. Oh, God.
Just give me this.
Omin,
yeah.
As you go down the list, and the spinning is going and going and going and going, it suddenly stops. And you land in a comfy armchair. And you are in this sitting room with red and gold wallpaper. And seated in an armchair across from you, his legs crossed, wearing a housecoat with an ascot and a champagne glass with some golden, shimmering liquid inside, a perfectly trimmed goatee, and 2 little horns coming out of his head. He looks at you and he says, I bet you didn't realize that the god of pumpkins is one of my aliases.
I say, quite to the contrary. I said that prayer with an especial reverence. Sir.
It's always a pleasure, Omin Dran. You fed a soul to my realm not too long ago. Oh, delicious. Would you like to taste?
Absolutely. What is it?
Ambrosia.
Oh, yes then, yes.
I have it shipped down here from the plain of Arborea.
I can't even imagine the tariffs. And then I go over and it's like, did I get you, Pat?
Oh, I love you.
Hey, man, I got what you need. And for some reason, in my mind, he actually set it behind a Dungeon Master's screen. Like, I know that that's not true. That's not in the thing. And I will absolutely take a glass of this. I mean, I understand ambrosia is quite good.
You take a sip?
Oh, absolutely.
It tastes rancid.
What?
Okay, yeah, so I throw the glass, like, against the ground, and then just wipe, because it's literally not, I mean, like, I've done a lot of vomiting today, like, you hit a certain point, you know what I mean? It's just dry, and I'm just just dry firing from my esophagus. And then I just reach back and just settle myself into the chair, and I say, this is hell.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean your presence. I mean, this is your domain.
This is an echo of it. And unfortunately, ambrosia goes bad the second it crosses the river Styx. But it's delicious to me because just the look of it, it makes me remember.
Yeah, well, I would, if I drank with my eyes, I would agree. But I've just got the mouth. Is there anything I can do for you while I'm here?
The question is, what can I do for you? When you left the Great Wheel, my eye was on you because of Strix, who was with you. I managed to stop her from leaving this multiverse. Couldn't snag you and your companions. But once I saw that you passed into the beyond, I had my devils pay some very expensive mind flayers to keep an eye on the far realm for when you might cross back over.
There's no aspect of this. I mean, I guess you should probably check. It is my intention to not be as absolutely horrified as I literally am in the game and also in real life. Like, I'm just in the chair trying to be cool.
So you're about to die. Normally, the prayers of someone who is not devoted to me would not call me to their side, but you are at that threshold where you're about to pass beyond and be torn apart and become a part of a tentacle and eyeball soup for all eternity. But I could save you and your companions if you're willing to do a little something for me.
Something else. I mean, I passed a really, really great soul over to you. I mean, I feel like we're up, honestly. On my side, we're up. Do you have a board? I am up right now, currently. You understand that, right? Like cosmically, like fucking cosmically.
Are you yelling at the devil?
Yeah. It's a dangerous game.
He waves his hand to the side, and you see through the red and gold wallpaper your friends tumbling over and over with tentacles and barf as if they are in
a dryer
house or in the dryer. I could send you right back and let those tentacles tear you all apart.
I can't see it. I say, is it like an all for one thing? Like, what if I just get out?
Oh, wow.
I love your surprise. I love your surprise.
I'm still learning.
I say, like, low voice, looking out this, like, infinite demonic picture window. I say, does that change the math at all?
No, but it does prove why you give me such delight.
Because he's an asshole?
I say, so, what are we talking about?
The easy thing, of course, would be for me to ask for your soul.
I just got the one.
But here's my thinking.
Yes.
My infernal hierarchy runs on souls. We even mint them into coins.
Really?
Yes. But
Really?
Omin Dran is far more useful to me out and about than as a coin or as a tormented soul in one of the 9 layers of my domain. And so this is what I propose. I would like 45% of your soul. Ooh. You will still have the controlling share.
Wow.
Having a 45% stake in this enterprise will allow me to occasionally call upon you for services. Otherwise, you may go about doing the amazing work you do, getting the money.
Meanwhile, Jim is just in the background throwing up on himself over and over again.
Perpetually.
Wow, that's cool. And
Ruff, this is best episode of Shark Tank.
Yeah, exactly. I say 25%.
Ooh. Ooh.
Of course you would negotiate.
I say this is the sort of fractured, amoral weapon you're releasing into the multiverse. I need as much of it as I can keep.
36%.
I like the 6.
3 of them, in fact.
Yeah, it really is the optimal scenario. I say 35 and a permanent foothold on the plane of Avernus with your protection and authorization.
I must bargain in increments of 9. We'll say 27%. You may have the branch in Avernus. And do one more thing for me. Allow me, sometime soon, to send a representative just to study at one of your branches.
That's like the emoji with a big
Yeah,
frown.
exactly.
Big frown emoji.
Yeah, or it's the emoji with like the sort of just the row of teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, we take our hiring practices very seriously, of course. I'd love to know a little bit of information about this. I'm sure they'll make the cut.
This would be an infernal representative capable of passing in the mortal realm. No one too bloodthirsty. More of an observer than anything else. Also someone who could make sure our bargain is being followed.
And it was 25%?
27.
27.
No thanks, Jim.
Jim just stops barfing.
27! I'll just turn out and watch this torment for another second, and then I'll just hold a hand up for the pen.
There's a pen now in your hand.
Oof.
Right. I set my hand down, ready to sign the document. But I'm not looking at it.
There is already a document under the pen.
Oh, I had every faith. I fill it, I sign it.
Without reading it?
Wow.
Without reading it.
Oh, this is some kinky shit for you.
I see you understand how we operate down here. We might be devilish, but oh boy, do we love documents.
Right.
You will find, if you had read it, everything is in order. And everything is exactly as we agreed. He snaps and the contract vanishes.
And then, but let's say that the table is also gone, and that and now I just have the pen and I don't know where to put it. And it's like, and this is how you know it's hell. And I'm just like, and then I just like set it on the ground and just leave it there.
As soon as you set it down, it vanishes.
I breathe a sigh of relief.
It is a pleasure to do business with you.
I look forward to meeting your malevolent agent.
Stay greedy, my friend.
And I say, so where to? Just drop us off back at Waterdeep, or?
Oh, you said Avernus. And he snaps his fingers, and the spinning of the Cosmohopper suddenly stops with a sudden crash, as if you popped through a membrane out of the far realm. Suddenly there is golden light all around you, but you see it is not the golden light of some paradisal realm, but it is the ash-filled sky of Avernus. And the Cosmohopper comes sliding into... Skidding across sand. And you see, as you slide, landing in hell, what looked like sand, as it begins to flow up over the edges of the Cosmohopper, you see these dunes appear to be made out of fingernails.
Ugh. Ugh.
I
got me.
wiped the puke out of my eyes, realized that, and continue to throw it.
It's a free action. Yeah. That's canon now.
It's in the book. It's in the book.
Yeah, I have no more pukes to give.
Parts of the Cosmohopper are hanging loosely, but it is structurally intact. But the light glimmering inside its orbs suddenly dims. In the distance, you see a wide river flowing, and there is a whispering rising up from it. And you can see, paddling on the river, there is a black-robed figure with skeletal hands paddling. And you can see, seated in front of it are people huddled up, all of their clothes completely gray, just holding themselves as if they were freezing, shaking, even though the air around you is humid and hot.
I wonder if we can rent these boats?
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a shack around here somewhere.
Yeah, something we can
It's going to be a couple bucks.
Well, is he back in the hopper?
Yes.
Okay.
To you, he never left.
Okay.
Oh.
In the other direction, you see mountains that look like fangs piercing up toward this sky. And there is a gap in the mountains with two fang-like peaks that curve toward each other, almost like the mouth of a viper. And you can see some kind of dust is coming up from between it. You can also see way up in the sky, at first you think they're birds, but as they get closer and get larger and larger, you realize...
Fingernail birds. Sorry.
They're hot dog birds.
Hot dog.
You're ready for hell?
It's like a hot dog, but like with a fucked up fingernail.
You see that they are human-sized bats that have in their clutches more of those gray-clad people, and they are flying out over the river and dropping them into it. And the people, when they splash, vanish beneath the surface, and there is no sign anymore of them.
I do not recognize this part of Waterdeep.
What do you do?
I say, Jim, we're
We're so rarely near the docks.
Was this a bad part of town that you were telling me about?
It's the worst part of every town.
How okay am I in my own head with my critical fail on the tentacle save?
You right now see everything I described. You also see a city made out of rainbows hovering over that river, and you see beautiful men and women up on the clouds that hold up the city. They have bunny ears, and you see them gesturing toward you. Viari, Viari. Come swimming and we'll let you up.
Oh. I don't remember this part of Waterdeep either.
How long were we gone?
And I looked around for it.
There's a lot of public works projects.
Yeah.
They're always investing in the town.
I'm gonna pull out the apocalypse dagger and just sort of check it like an oil
Like an oil stick.
I'm like just
a dipstick. Yep.
So, the entire dagger is now bright red.
Right.
But it is the same temperature as the air around you. And there is a pulse coming from inside it.
I can feel it all the way up my arm. Is it consistent or is it asynchronous?
It's consistent, like a heart beating.
Okay. Is it the same as my heart?
It is.
Okay.
That's good. That's really good.
Oh, hold on, bunny people, right? Yeah, okay, so I'll put that away.
Come for a swim.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, whew, anyone you can walk away from, eh, guys? And I start taking off my clothes.
Heading towards the
Just
water.
like, yeah, well, you know.
I see this happening, and I'm seeing people get dropped from the sky into this water. Are the people in the boat reacting to people getting dropped into the water? They're just...
The people in the boat are not reacting to anything.
Okay.
They are just sitting there, quivering.
I'm going to try to convince him to not go in the water. You don't know what's going on.
Are you wearing the mankini under your clothes?
I would assume yes.
I'll let him get down to the mankini first.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
Mankini's fine.
I think that's a free action for me as well. It just like full Velcro everything.
And when before we started spinning, I saw him get hit with the thing.
Oh, yes. You
So
saw tentacles straight through his head.
I'm checking on him. Hey, man, are you okay?
Is there any physical, am I bleeding out of my nose, ears, and eyes?
So when you get close to him, you see that his eyes are now black like omens, and there is also a blackish drool coming out of his mouth.
Ooh. Okay.
Not wholesome.
So, like you said, I've got that leaf that's been brewing.
Oh, Jesus.
In the omen juice.
The omen juice. So, I feel like I need to give you some of this juice.
Crossfade.
Yeah.
Because he's going to do it.
Juice me.
Yeah. I pass him the juice, and
I just bang it back. This sounds like my best day ever. We got bunny people. I'm going to have a swim. Yeah, the weather is beautiful here. I've got a synchronous beating heart dagger. I'm finally in tune with this apocalypse dagger.
Things are coming up, Viari.
Yeah.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's 9.
He, for a moment, looks like it's going to come back out, but then his eyes open in bliss. And then his skin begins to ripple.
Ah!
And you begin to transform. I need you to roll a d6, and this is going to determine what you transform into. If you roll low, if you roll a 1 or a 2, the transformation will be governed by the far realm where that juice originally came from.
Hot dog.
If, however, you roll a 3 through a 6, it will be governed by the mystic leaf that has saturated the juice.
That's good. That's better than what you're currently at.
And it's legal now.
3. Skin of my teeth.
And so, as you look blissfully up at that rainbow city, suddenly bunny ears sprout out of your forehead, just like what happened to Walnut. And you realize, the rest of you, where is Walnut? A bunny tail pops.
I do get a bunny tail.
Also out. And your eyes go a strange glowing green.
Green eyes. Sorry.
But you see that this green inside is the same greenish light, and you notice this right away, Bobby, the same greenish light of Elm's magic.
So you're in good hands, bro.
Yeah.
Your eyes were blacked out, now they're green. You're much better. The bunny ears look dope. Tail, killing it too.
This is the complete package.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, all in the mankini too.
I'm feeling it, yeah.
Did he stop walking towards the water?
Are the bunny people still there?
They are not.
No.
You have this feeling that you now are the bunny people.
I am the...
They're prophet.
I say that. You go, it's way better. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I am the bunny people.
And I say, looks like it's working.
Yeah. High five.
That dust cloud that passed between those great fangs, it is getting larger and larger, and there is now a rumbling. The earth is starting to shake, and you can hear the sound of machinery.
No, bring that back.
I looked down for a second.
You hear machinery rolling toward you.
What? Holy crap.
Oh, fuck.
Here.
All right. It says the real Jim Darkmagic experience?
And so, as this giant infernal war machine comes rumbling toward you, at a scale, by the way, not the same as the Cosmohawk.
Indeed.
You all would be tiny compared to this. And as it gets closer, you see the lights are glimmering up top, and you do see indeed up top the words, "The real Jim Darkmagic experience." And standing on the stage, you see me. And you hear someone's voice projected magically across the dunes of fingernails.
The hellish dunes.
And the voice says, "Come to the Avernus Cadabra Tour, where you will experience the real Jim Darkmagic. Take no substitutes. The other Jim Darkmagics are fakes, frauds, clones. Here in Avernus, you can experience the real thing. His show, Within the Hour. Come and experience magic."
That sounds great, guys.
No. This is a charlatan. A fraud.
What? You have but a few moments before this giant
Bladed
machine with its spikes up front and what looks like the carapace, perhaps, of a Tarrasque on its back, comes rumbling toward you. What do you do?
I mean, does it seem like they're going to stop and allow people to see the show? I mean, is that...
Very important.
Also, when he did his final thing, were there doves at the end of it?
No.
No. Ooh.
Saving them.
Well, maybe you don't get that for free around here.
I feel like if the real Jim Darkmagic sees our Jim Darkmagic, he's gonna get freaked out. So I'm gonna stand in front of him, blocking.
Very large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big boy.
A flare shoots up off the infernal war machine, and it was headed straight toward you, and it begins to veer over to the side so that it doesn't run you over. Evelyn.
Yes?
You are seated up on the stage where you have had to endure 20 performances of the Avernus Cadabra tour.
We're still doing great, Jim.
You have been seated all this time next to a night hag, bound with her eyes held open.
Like Ludovico'd there?
Yes.
Oh.
And each performance, by the end, with her eyes stuck open, looks over at you and she says, "Honey, kill me now."
Am I bound or restrained at all?
You've been allowed to just sit there.
Oh, don't be silly. It's a great show.
The real Jim Darkmagic
I don't like how you keep saying that.
walks out to the edge of the balcony, holds up a spyglass, holds up a wand. Now with his voice projecting and sounding strangely older than your Jim. Hello, Omin.
Omin! Omin!
He listlessly puts his hand up and snaps, and skeletal doves fly up.
Oh, but not far.
Just hit the ground.
Break apart on the shatter falling down.
No, dude. It's like pachinko, but like for dove corpses.
He's hitting all the spikes down the way down.
Yeah, I'm as terrified as I have ever been. I do not have a plan.
Surprised to see me, aren't you, Omin?
I wish that I were. I wish that I were. That would lend this an air of novelty. But I've suspected this was en route. I just thought it would take a lot longer.
I'm trying to see around Bobby.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I can see he's working real hard to get around, and you're just
I'm
leaning a little
leaning
bit.
a little bit.
A little bit.
It's sad. Chill, bro. Chill, we got it. We got it. Don't worry.
It's been 10 years for me, Omin, since you sent me here.
How's it been?
Hell.
I guess that tracks. That makes sense, hell.
But I'm a warlord now.
Good for you. I set you up for success. Knew you had it in you, buddy. Knew you had it in you.
Jim, you masterful magician, may I please go say hi to my friend Omin just for a second? Maybe a little while, maybe not come back? Maybe? You're so good at magic.
Go ahead.
I still have all my accoutrements and my winged boots and everything. I fly down to Omin and I hide behind him and say, "Get me out of here, please."
No, I get behind her and I say, I need you to get me out of here.
You just keep going behind each other.
Backing away.
So you're always talking about Lathander. Let's get some of that holy light up in this piece.
When I get behind Omin, do I see the other Jim?
Yes.
I just go,
And I look at her.
Just less of this. Less.
Relax. Well, I think I miss all of the subtext. And I go right, "Hey, Jim!"
Who's he talking to, Bobby?
It's other you.
Viari!
Hey!
Want to come up for some magic and some more dead pigeons?
clink, 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 clink.
You know, I kind of do.
Come on up for the show. Omin,
Yeah.
you have a choice.
Okay.
You can come up and see what real magic looks like.
I need to see some real magic. Let me tell you, I'm not sure I made the right choice, you know? And I look back and I'm like,
I now, feeling the tension between the two, just move out of the way.
Or you can stay down there and I'll run your fucking ass over.
no, I look around and I say, I like magic.
I'm walking right there. I'm picking up my clothes along the way that I left behind me. And like, here's all my gear.
He brings the wand down, snaps, and swarming out from the back of the war machine, spined devils fly out and fly to you. They do not have weapons drawn.
Okay, but they
They're
are...
your escort. I know you're gonna come up with some bullshit plan and try to turn this against me.
Say, no, that's the old me. I turned over a new leaf. It's a lot of charity.
Omin, is that my clone?
You
Okay.
are the real Jim Darkmagic.
I think so.
Can you make a real bird, please?
Absolutely.
She nuzzles it.
It's at this.
With the skeleton on the inside.
No, where it belongs.
That's how I
Suddenly, I notice you.
do it. Yeah.
Is that my clone?
I don't want to make things weirder than they already are. But you're his clone.
Oh, I know. Which of them has the cloak of Manchun that you bought for his birthday present?
That never actually happened.
Well, I mean, we sold it to Acquisitions Incorporated for 50,000 gold. We still haven't gotten the payment, but I'm sure that you were planning on giving it to us soon.
I'm sure it's on its way. I say, Jim, you told me that I had to choose.
Yeah.
I chose, and now you're mad.
Yeah, I am. I'm mad that you made a clone of me, and now he's in hell. And,
look.
And I'm mad that he has better hair.
Look, that's...
Why, man? Why does he get the better hair?
Listen, you guys can work it out between the two of you.
Listen,
I
hold
feel
on. How do you
confident.
do that with your hair? I can't get it to stay up.
I have a team.
Do you like blow dry it first, or what?
I have a spine devil first blow hot air on it, then they rub remains of people from the river Styx. That really gets it to stick up.
I don't hate him.
Yeah, see? Jim. Winifred. Life's just a series of opportunities.
I'm standing behind him, nodding, armful of clothes, mostly naked, bunny ears.
The reality is there's a lot of shows that I just don't have time to get to.
This is what I mean. This is an incredible opportunity, I think, for both of you. Let's just go up into his devil wagon and see what he has to say.
All right.
How many spiked demons?
There are one for each of you, including one that's flying out for you, Evelyn.
Oh, hey.
Is she familiar with this spike demon?
These spine demons, these devils rather, you know that they perch in the belly of this giant machine.
Yeah.
And back here, I don't know if any camera person can get it. There is actually the grate that they can open
the aperture
that they can fly out of.
And I see also free devils.
She's like, "Hi, Susan. Thank you. Okay."
You just sort of assume the position to get carried up into the thing.
The reality is I've always fantasized about being able to see one of my own shows.
What's it like?
Yeah, I've heard they're incredible.
I've always fantasized watching you open for yourself. I never wanted to mention it before because when would I ever get the chance, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see how he does. Maybe I'll go up afterwards, do a couple tricks.
Oh.
Some close-up stuff?
Yeah, some close-up stuff.
I forgot how sensible you all are.
It makes a lot of sense.
No, we try. You know what? We try to have fun, Evelyn. It's a great organization.
Yeah.
Do you put up any resistance?
No, I let this devil do his dark work.
The devils, they flap their wings above you and really just try to corral you into the rear of the war machine. Inside, there is a vast space, and you can see lined up on either side, there are, with very similar metallic style and spikes, and even some of the carapace, you see motorcycles.
What?
And beside each one, there are creatures of different sorts, even some humans doing work on these infernal war machines, and there is a spiral staircase that the devils force you to go up, and you go up several levels until you are out on the stage.
On the way up, did I see anything like I'm trying to figure out how to monetize. Is there anything like a concessions operation or merch desk?
There is, as you enter the stage area. Right off to the side, you see T-shirts that say "The Real Jim Darkmagic."
Okay, that could be a problem.
You also see replicas of his wands.
Oh boy.
You will also see piggy banks shaped like your head.
That's a nice touch.
That's really good.
So, I'm gonna
think of that.
I'm gonna kneel in and just look at it real close.
It sort of has a vague sneer, and right in the center of your scalp there is the slot that coins go into.
And it's one of those. It doesn't have a cork in the bottom. You got to smash it.
Break it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you look at this thing and you turn back around,
and I'm like, it's not.
Jim
it's
already
not right.
has the real Jim Darkmagic. And like whatever other little tchotchkes.
Well, no, you have your real ones in the holsters, but you have two pretend ones.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, I don't think it's right. I mean, do you think this is right?
Well, you mean the piggy bank?
Well, I mean, like the sort of malevolent, and I just hold it up by my own head.
It's an incredible likeness.
I mean,
Really good.
I have one. I think it looks just like you.
When you said concessions, it was like popcorn, hot dogs, that type of stuff as well?
There are meat kebabs.
Okay. Any,
also for sale.
Condiments?
There is a ketchup that has a blood color.
We're right back into it, aren't we?
No nacho cheese dispenser.
No.
I'm bored.
That's spigot.
I'm over it. I'm
You're
following.
done.
I'm very annoyed right now.
Come out here.
This way, this way, this way. There is now a hunched over creature. Its legs are like a fawn's,
but
Nice.
the upper body looks like a goblin.
There. Yuck.
The show will start soon. There's space over there.
What is that?
And he points toward the seats over by the night hag, who is still bound and her eyes still pried open.
Are there multiple people Ludovico'd here, or is it just her?
Just her.
Wow.
Do I know her name?
Her name is Mad Maggie.
So I'm like, everyone, Maggie, everyone.
It's Mad Maggie. One word.
I say, Margaret, the pleasure is all mine. To be sure, angry Margaret.
Angry Margaret, all one word.
Yeah.
Oh, I am beyond angry. First, this pig fucker stole my issue number 1 of The Fall of Zariel. It was in the original shrink wrap. And then he kept me away from my gang. And if I could just get out of here. Oh, he's coming.
All right, well, I'll take a seat. But I think it's very interesting to note that the area immediately around the stage, theoretically where one might escape, is made entirely of razor-sharp blades.
Also, I'm kind of holding Mad Maggie's hand and patting it consolingly, like you would kind of a grandmother, like, shh, it's okay.
Yeah. So I sit next to you, Evelyn, and I say, how? Why?
Well,
Here?
you know how Strix loves.
I was just going to say, Strix is going to be a part of this story, isn't he?
Yeah, and Asmodeus has real big,
Oh yeah,
big
tell me
fans.
about it. I haven't talked to him recently, but he's definitely a factor. He knows about a lot of stuff for sure.
Yeah, and there was, our house tends to all the time.
Yes, it's been a problem.
And so there was just kind of a like, Strix, Asmodeus, ooh, house, and I ended up here. As one does.
God bless you.
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. But now poor Mad Maggie's been chained here, and I just don't have the heart to leave her like this. And
Well, there are enough of us now. We might be able to get out. But
So as I sit down next to her, I'm like, I am so excited for this show.
Cannot. Wait.
She does a double take at you.
Yeah, he's my clone. I know what you're thinking.
this just gets worse and worse.
The real Jim Darkmagic walks out on stage.
You say that to hurt me. That's okay.
Does he? I want him to have a shirt that says "real."
Oh, it's all around him. He snaps his fingers, and the braziers on the stage all instantaneously erupt with green flame.
Yeah, they've been waiting for that.
Yeah.
Then he points up, and this time, the birds aren't just skeletons. Their organs are on the outside.
Evelyn recoils.
Yeah. I feel like it's weird.
Then music swells, and with both wands out, he points up, shoots fireworks up into the sky, and a portal opens up, and what descends is a chandelier. And on it are candles, and on each candle there burns green flame.
Oh, wow. Man, this is pretty magical shit.
I'm on my feet.
I lean over to Viari and I say, I might need you to jump off of that and kill him here in a second.
God, he's so handsome, too.
He's fine.
Then he whirls his wands, the chandelier begins to spin, and the flames, as the green flame streaks in the air, its little fire starts to peel off, and like little flames that turn into feathers, and the feathers grow and grow and grow until they are an entire group of owls flying with Omin's face on them.
I'm just in awe.
And then he looks directly at you and he says, "How you like it now, clone?" And he points at you and the owls all descend upon you. What do you do?
Well, yeah. So I'm still applauding. I'm on my feet, just riveted by the performance. Is this what it's like when I do it? It's incredible!
He points his wand down at the base of your chair, Viari. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As suddenly Viari's chair launches him into the air.
That's why I picked this chair.
Oh, if you're near me, you can have you can have extra something to your saving throw. If my gloves aren't. I believe.
Charisma modifier? Oh yeah, that's right. Her
is
charisma modifier, not mine.
Yes, plus 5 bonus to saving throws.
Jeez.
25.
Wow.
All right.
Oh no.
I mom arm him as he fights.
Yeah, exactly.
21.
You are launched with so much force.
Did I make it to the chandelier?
That you are in such an arc from this side of the stage over to the other that you would land right on the spikes. But with that save, you can grab onto the chandelier. And it's spinning.
Let me know when I can take an action.
Now,
if I'm in the audience, he's on the stage, and my thing shoots me up towards the chandelier, and I would assume that I would be heading inward towards the stage. So grabbing the chandelier, and then what is it, some sort of rope, I'm assuming, some sort of really
Historically.
rotten hell rope, some sort of really decrepit, thin.
this chandelier looks like it is a modified version of Jim's rope trick, but it's essentially Jim's chandelier trick.
Ah, okay.
Ooh. All right.
So I like heading up, and I'm gonna just grab it, and my weight's gonna hit it, and then I'm gonna cut the rope and ride it, like laughing maniacally all the while, gonna ride it right down on top of Jim. The real Jim.
Nice.
No!
And you know what? You know what I have here? I have, granted to me by Chris Perkins, a card.
Are you for real?
It gives me the power of green flame.
What does it let you do?
It is a one-shot item that allows me to do green flame damage.
With the green flame chandelier.
It seemed appropriate. So, yeah, I will roll what you would like me to roll.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. I'm going to treat this as a melee attack roll as you are driving it down upon him.
Okay.
And you can use your dex.
Thank you.
Nice. So what is it? Because I got,
No, I have a card given to me by Jeremy Crawford that says that I can give myself an advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Why did that guy give you that card?
You're well within your right to tear that up. You mind if I take that? It comes from a very high power. There we go.
With that emerald fire,
I gotcha.
Sparking all over the stage, it crashes down right on top of the real Jim Darkmagic. He's like, ha, ha! And go ahead and roll damage. I'm going to let you roll 6d6.
As it should be.
Not the face.
Is this a sneak attack? No.
You know what? Stop it. You stop it.
I mean, I would be surprised. So no sneak attack?
No.
Okay, there is...
Except, wait a second, because this Jeremy Crawford dude gave you this card, and you rolled your attack roll with advantage.
Oh, no, it's because it's advantage. Anytime you would have advantage, I'm not even happy about it.
Okay.
So yeah, it is, you can do your sneak attack damage.
23, and
oh my lord.
This is excessive. No.
30, 41, 43, 44.
Well, I don't know about Hell Jim, but Human Jim only has 38 hit points.
It's been 10 long years.
Yeah.
So you do so much damage to this Jim, the real Jim, and as you bear down on him and you get up close, you see he looks decades older than your Jim. And as the green
fire
blaze courses over him and the chandelier crushes him, his skin sloughs right off, and the skeleton underneath begins wiggling out. And the real Jim Darkmagic says, "You didn't think I spent all this time in hell and didn't bother becoming a lich, did you?" And that's where we will end. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight for this crazy game of Dungeons & Dragons. We hope you have an awesome rest of your PAX, but before you go, Jerry has some announcements.
All right, the first announcement is that Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated is available now at the Dire Wolf booth, 6103. Go check it out if you have a chance. Number two, 20% off the Acquisitions Incorporated book on D&D Beyond with the code Acq Inc 20. Give that a try. And three, of course, don't forget, Acquisitions Incorporated presents Call of Cthulhu debuts at PAX Oz in partnership with Gazium. Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you, everybody.